I like fun in the NBA. Chippy game. Warriors, Utah. This might end up being a rivalry for a few years if this thing picks up like I think it is. Look at this little. It was nothing about nothing, right? So Utah going inside, trying to find their big guy Rudy Gobert. For some odd reason, Draymond Green wanted to make a statement. He's went at Rudy Gobert a couple times in the past. I don't think he loves how Rudy Gobert plays the game of basketball. You know how it is, bro. People go at guys who ain't really a part of the culture in the NBA. I get it. They tried to go at Utah and Rudy Gobert, make an example. Derek Favors wasn't going for it. So Ingles is going up top to over the top of Draymond and Clay. And Rudy just was trying to get out of the situation. And Draymond with the push. Clay's trying to break it up. You know Clay ain't about that drama. It was basketball, and Draymond actually caught Rudy in the face. So Rudy kind of it wasn't a real push. It's like a little gentle shove, like, yo, I'm trying to get out the way. And then Draymond just pushes him. Then Rudy's like, hey, what's all this? Derek Favors gets upset. He's got to be one of the tough guys for that team because they don't got a lot of toughness on that team, by the way. And I like that. I like Derek Favors in that role. That's a nice role for him. Derek Favors, highly talented, coming out of. That was a blatant push. Give him a little double T or T Draymond up and call it a day. I'm fine with that. And by the way, Draymond, you get ejected and you get a lot of technical fouls. That's a petty technical foul to get when you know you're gonna be double digits by the time the season is at the end, and you're probably gonna miss a game or two because of your technical foul totals. That was a very petty technical. But while we're watching more of this, man, I do got to say this about this Utah Jazz team. If they can stay healthy, right? And they got a good chance of staying healthy because a lot of their guys play below the rim, like a Ricky Rubio, like a Joe Ingles. Some of these guys are really below the rim. Jay Crowder's not really at the rim. He's a shooter and a defender at this point in his career, 3-and-D guy. You know, I will say this about the Utah Jazz. If you have to play this team in the second round of the playoffs, meaning the Warriors or Rockets, I believe they would have competed with the Rockets last year had Ricky Rubio been healthy. He was down with an injury that he sustained in round 1 versus the Thunder. If you got to play these guys at full strength in the playoffs, I'm not saying that the Warriors wouldn't beat the Jazz. Obviously, they're going to have DeMarcus Cousins at some point. I'm just saying it's not ideal to play these guys. You don't want to play that matchup. It's not fun for round 2 of the playoffs when you're probably going to have the Rockets or the Warriors, depending on who plays them in the next round, or maybe even LeBron and the Lakers. So it gets more chippy here, 95-82, midway through the third. Draymond's going to throw an elbow, and Jay Crowder's going to actually go over to try to get the basketball. Look, man, it's chippy. First week of the season. Everybody feels like their work ethic is better than what the next guy put in. And it gets chippy. Obviously, the Warriors want to win every game. Utah doesn't lose a lot of games at home. This is just Draymond trying to send a message. So, I don't think he caught Donovan Mitchell with the elbow. But it was an offensive foul called on him. Did he catch him? Yeah, well, if he caught him, it wasn't much of anything at all. Donovan Mitchell probably got away with a flop. Draymond wanted to hold on to the basketball. You know that rule. Like, give up the basketball, and then the tough guys got to come over. Jay Crowder's going to come over and try to steal the rock, and then Draymond's going to try to push him back a little bit, and Crowder's going to say, get your hands off me. Look, man, I love it. Week 1 in the NBA, I'm never upset at passion, and these two teams showed a lot of passion, and the Jazz are going to actually end that passion with a 3-ball and go up 16 at the time. They ended up losing this game by a Repco buzzer beater, but it's a phenomenal way to start our NBA season. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
Got the kids, they you are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
TALIAFERRO'S.
Mr. TALIAFERRO'S.
Mr. TALIAFERRO'S.
Mr. TALIAFERRO'S.
Shout out to Mr. TALIAFERRO'S.
You're watching Mr. TALIAFERRO'S TV.
Mr. TALIAFERRO'S TV. Here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.